What is up, guys? Renaissance Reactions here. Yo, you guys have been hitting me up all day about this Nicki Minaj featuring Eminem and Labyrinth. Labyrinth is dope. I heard his songs with Tiny Tempa way back in the day, like Pass Out and that Earthquake song. Absolutely crazy. So to hear some new stuff from Labyrinth as well will be dope. But you guys have been hitting me up all day. Eminem fans, appreciate you as always. So I really want to just see what kind of turn Eminem takes on this, because he was in Roman's Revenge as well, with that weird Dungeon Dragon thing, and like I didn't particularly like his flow or how he went about the feature. I felt it was a bit corny, and that's just my personal opinion. But what I'm gonna try to do is like break this down to particles as best as I can. Yeah, man, if you guys enjoy the reaction / bar breakdown, just give it a like, subscribe. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes, because that's around our area at the moment. And if you get anything beyond that, I'll be just, yeah, forever in debt to you. But it's been so long since I heard any sort of Nicki Minaj music. I heard that Chun-Li stuff, and that was good. It was like ba ba bip ba 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 bip ba da bip bip ba 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 bip. Dope. So let's just get into this and see what they bring. I like the piano.
Yo, I got the money. Get me out there in the hour now. The Mac moving like crack. I'm selling powder now.
Game over. Hit the showers now. Like, for instance, in her Chun-Li video, she said, like, I'm coming off the court fully drenched, swinging off the rim. Like, her extended metaphors have improved so much. And she said she's finished this. All you guys are, like, my student stuff. Get to the locker room, have your showers, do all that stuff. Yo, that was dope. And then that beat switch up. And then she says, something crack. I'm selling powder now. Like, bars. And that beat switch up.
I got the trophies in the catalog. Just the deal, Mercedes-Benz, check the catalog. I'm buying buildings, we don't buy the blog. The Nicki challenge when I fly to Prague.
Dope.
Funded with Nicki now. They see me say yippee now. I'm running like
smoking like hippies now, like.
We take them to Jiffy now. Peanut butter. He nothing like Skippy now.
She said, I'm thick as peanut butter, like, you know, a peanut butter, like, that shit be hard to get out of the pot, you know. And then she said, he's nothing peanut butter. Do you know the wordplay? Dope. This is crazy. The energy is.
She invites me to the condo.
Don't sing, Eminem. Don't sing.
He's up to die for. She's clear, nice and easy as hair, but I'm bleaching it blonde, so
Slim and Shady, hairbeat. Just straight off the bat. First off, Eminem says she got a chip on her shoulder, something. I go to put a Slick Rick song on. Like, Slick Rick, if you don't know Slick Rick, like, he's, like, old school. Like, the first time I heard of Slick Rick, or heard any song, I think it was, like, the children's bedtime story. I forget the name of it. But it was absolutely dope. And, like, he has the eye patch, and I thought he was actually English the first time I heard it, because he had this weird, like, cadence in his flow. And just the way he was enunciating his words, he sounded, like, really, really, like, English, you know. But he is absolutely, like, if you don't know who Slick Rick is, go do your research, because he's one of the OGs. And then I think he said, like, Sosa and then Chip. I think he's talking about, like, Chip Fu, who's like another OG, like referencing the OGs. So that's dope. Let me rewind that a bit. He said, I go to put old school hip hop on. I think Eminem's like referencing like all this old school hip hop, because like of how unreferenced it's actually been in present years. Not that it should be referenced constantly, but even the younger generation, as they're calling it, isn't paying homage, or when asked about it, there has been times of disrespect towards old school, and Eminem's, I think, in my opinion, trying to kind of rejuvenate that era, and not even rejuvenate, but pay homage to it, because it was basically the foundation of what was to come, and this is the present day. But he said, I think that shit's got pneumonia. Pneumonia, if you don't know, is actually a condition to do with the respiratory system, so the lungs basically. And what happens is the air sacs of the lungs become like inflamed, or they just become clogged up. And you can get, there's different types of pneumonia. Like you can get like a bacterial pneumonia, which isn't like as bad. Like the symptoms of pneumonia are very similar to like flu, like headache, sweating, that type of stuff, tiredness. But you can get viral pneumonia as well, and viral pneumonia is actually like life-threatening. There's actually been deaths caused from viral pneumonia. So yeah, it's crazy.
That's why rap needs a doctor.
Doctor?
It's time to check it for strep. Sometimes I'll like if they swap you when you go to. That's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture.
I'm not letting him get away with that. Oh my god. He said the rap needs a doctor, like a Dr. Dre. So he's still referencing the old school hip hop, but says we need a doctor like Dr. Dre. And then he said lymph nodes are swole up. Like if you don't know what your lymph nodes are, you have them like under your chin, you have them in your axilla, which is your armpit, you have them in your groin area. Those are the three main places where you'd have them. And what lymph nodes do is they actually contain B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. And lymphocytes, if you don't know, they're just like a white blood cell, and white blood cells' primary function is just to fight infection. And if your lymph nodes were swollen up, like Eminem said, you'd probably like have an infection, or be like, or the lymph nodes are trying to fight infection. That's why they're swollen, because of the white blood cells. So that's a dope bar. Then he said something we gotta check for strep, like strep throat. So that's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Like strep throat, you need a Q-tip to swab the throat, you know, Q-tip as in like the cotton bud, but then as well the wrapper. So that wordplay there is fucking phenomenal. I'm rewinding that like
we need Q-tip for the culture. Beat it out. Until I get a fucking belly ache and nap and a step on the pedal. When I ever break, I won't accelerate to a level that I can elevate the minute with the pedal. Make the motherfucker detonator when I make an acapella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights, and I'm gonna get a special place. Now, take a ride with me. I'm a meteorite and motherfucker, fucking meteorite and leave.
Oh no! You are not doing this to me, Eminem. I catch everything. Some people went to Dissect University. I taught everybody that went through Dissect University. Yo, he said, hop in my driver's seat like a time machine. Like, first of all, the rhymes are incredible, but we expect that from Eminem. Not even the rhymes, just how the words bounce off each other. But it reminded me of some Back to the Future type stuff. But then he said, I'm a meteorite, like the stuff that shoots down from space. And then he said, F the media, right in the behind. But the way he said media, like the paparazzi media, right? Like meteorite and then media, right? In the behind. The wordplay, like, he does that so much. He does it so much. Hide and seek, you have to open your eyes to peep, like try another game. Dope. Ooh, that could be a reference to Peekaboo by Lil Yachty. That's just my opinion.
You could say it was fire heat if you wrecked your entire meat having a dryer sheet. And I'm back to rule the kingdom of fuck it. Better not use me, it's your topic. Anybody who brings me up it, let me keep it 100. Two things shouldn't be your themes of discussion. The queen and her husband, last thing you're gonna wanna be is our subject.
Two things shouldn't be your theme of discussion. Maybe he's just referencing like the generalizations of what the majority of people in the rap game are talking about at the moment. But then he said something, me and the queen, you don't want to be our subjects. Like, for instance, a king and queen rule over the people, and the people they rule over are actually called their subjects. But then don't make us your subject, like subject of discussion or subject in a rap, because it'll destroy you, or subject as in like they'll kill you, like you'll be their subject, like whatever. Like, this is crazy. Like, you guys don't, like, listen, just listen. That hook as well.
Take the Nicki pack, check out this Nicki act. Nicki this Nicki dad, all these bitches piggyback. Another dance with a skin all tight now. I wanna come out here suicidal. You're on the real and these bitches idle. Gotta be dumb to make me your rival. Cause you're not powerful. So say your prayers, cause you about to die slow. Die slow. Die slow.
there's nothing I can say about Eminem at this point, because it's just gonna sound corny, because I've said everything I could have possibly said about Eminem in past videos. Watch them if you haven't. I've said everything I could have said. It is what it is. Yo, he killed this track, and Nicki was amazing on it too. Like, just bars, and then Labyrinth on the hook was dope because it switched up and the tempos were just buh, 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 and I was like, ugh. Guys, like, I'm basically speechless at the moment. Like, there's nothing else I can really say. But if you enjoyed the video, all that stuff, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for next videos. I appreciate all you guys who actually mess with the channel, and yeah, this is Renaissance Reactions. Till next time, peace.